and we was riding down the road singing our music. Mind you, the windows are down because, you know, my air don't work. My air comes on, and it's cold, and it's been blowing cold all week. You didn't do nothing.
Yeah, I did.
All you did was put that alternator in. You made me do half of that.
When I jumped your starter, or your compressor.
You didn't do nothing like that.
Yeah, I put a paper clip in from the relay to the relay and made it kick on and didn't realize it had pressure.
Really?
Yeah.
No, you didn't. You're lying.
Yeah, I did that the other day.
Thank you. Do you want to be in my vlog? Happy Mother's Day.
Happy day.
Happy Mother's Day, Kathy.
Happy Mother's Day. You're the mother of our church. We love you.
Kyle, why have you not told me Happy Mother's Day yet?
Okay, how do we make it so
little do you know, I'm gonna show you quiet. Meet quiet. Oh, yeah. Oh! Alright, you call me back, honey bun, sugar butt. Say what?
Look at Rick.
They see me rolling, they hate it.
Bro, I'm sorry, but when I saw running, I started crying. I almost started crying. But she don't be doing that. So you know that was God, because she wouldn't do that.
She came up to me, she said, no one's praying for me. She said, so run from here to there. And I was like, please don't let this be for real. she said, can I take my shoes off? I did so bad on That's Why I Praise.
That was the only time that we sung that song in C, because all the other ones were on paper. And I couldn't remember if it was in the key of G or C, so I just put it on there. And how I know that we've never played it on there before is because it hasn't been edited yet. If we had played it before, I would have remembered to edit it and it would have been edited today. That's how I know we've never played it before.
I think we've practiced it. I don't think we ever actually sung it.
Yeah. And then your dad comes up to me, he goes, so I did some investigation and I figured out why we couldn't do it. I said, why?
Then we figured out why I was going, I wanna dance like David, with a face like Paul.
He said hey, what made him realize that he probably needed a check is that he couldn't even do it.
Yeah, cause he comes in on the, I'm gonna get that promise, just like Jericho. Yeah, I know what'll make it fall. Like he does that with me.
Yeah.
And when we did it, I said, what'll make it fall?
Bro, and the 3 homeless men that came and they got delivered.
That was sweet.
I started crying.
That was sweet. I walked in on it and I was like, oh my gosh. I'm broke. I got work today. I'm gonna go home and lay in my bed until I have to go to freaking work. Yeah! He said that he had a YouTube and he found it on his PlayStation last night. And there's a video of him and his dad on it.
Stop. My thing is I want you to go to Lala's so we can all watch the video all throughout, like from beginning to end. I watched that thing like 4 times and you know what time I went to bed? 6:30 in the morning. I had to be up at 7.
Yeah, I woke up and you was gone. Like I woke up and the notification did so hard.
I had to go in the living room because your teeth grinding was distracting me.
You're so hateful. You're just so judgmental.
I have makeup on, if you can tell. Freaking, I was at Lala's house today. Nora picked me up and we were riding around town, thinking with her around. And she was gonna wait. She was just, you know, going around town, trying to see when to pick up her brother. Don't tell Nora. She was waiting on her dad to call her, to tell her when she needs to pick up her little brother. Well, he didn't ever call, so we were like, okay, we'll just go home. Tell me why we got home, and her dad didn't want to call her. I'm gonna ask Nora if I can borrow one of these. Hey.
Them kids, hurry up before you texting me. Standing in the front yard telling me how I'm such a fool. Talking about how I never ever found a man like you. You got me twisted. You must not know about me. You must not know about me. I could have another you in a minute. Matter of fact, he'll be here in a minute, baby. Hey, can we go get my son?
Yeah, but you gonna give me
It's in the floor somewhere. That's tea.
No, I meant the other stuff.
Yeah, but in that drawer is tea.
Oh,
No, what other stuff?
the mascara.
Oh. Touch me like nobody else does. Speaking of that, tea time. So you know how you always tell me like Kyle has so much respect for me?
Don't tell me I'm wrong.
No, you're not. I was like, do you want to wait till marriage? He was like, oh, honey, let's do it. I was like, are you dead serious? And he was like, yeah. Is that so godly womany?
Yes, give me Proverbs 31. Now everyone, give it up for the maid of honor, Angelica Schuyler.
A toast to the groom,
To the groom, to the groom, to the groom,
to the bride,
to the bride, to the bride. Rewind. Helpless, helpless.
I remember that night, I just might.
Rewind.
I remember that night, I just might. I
Rewind.
remember that night, I remember that. I remember that night, I just might regret that night for the rest of my days. But Alexander, I'll never forget the first time I saw your face. You strike me as a woman who has never been satisfied. I'm sure I don't know what you mean, you forget yourself. Alexander Hamilton, where's your family from?
Unimportant, there's a million.
This feeling of freedom, a sea in the light. It's been sprinkled with a key and a kite. You see it, right? The conversation lasts 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. Everything we said in total, agree minutes to dream minutes. A bit of a dance, bit of a posture, it's a bit of a stance. He's a bit of a flirt, but I may give him a chance. I asked about his family. Did you see his answer? His hands started fidgeting and looked stance. Penniless is fine by the seat of his pants. My father has no son, so I'm the one who has to soldiers climb for one. I'm the oldest and the wittiest and the gossip in New York Cityest and the cityest. He's after me cause I'm Skylar's sister, the element to status sign. Have to be naive to set that aside. Maybe that is why I know my sister like I know my own mind. You will never find anyone as trusting or as kind. But when I fantasize at night, it's Alexander's eyes as I romanticize what might have been if I had inside him up so quickly. At least, my dear, it lies as his wife. At least I keep his eyes in my life. To the groom, to the bride. I will never be satisfied. I will never be satisfied.
That was beautiful. This is my song right now. How does a ragtag volunteer army in need of a shower somehow defeat a global superpower? Lafayette, I'm taking this horse to the ring, nigga, red coat, spreading the bloodstains. Lafayette, I'm never gonna stop until I make up drum it, burning and scratching the remains. I'm Lafayette, watching me engaging them, escaping them, and ranging them. I'm out. Lafayette, I got a friends more fronts. Lafayette, I come back with more guns. I mean, you gotta put the thought into the letter, but sooner the better to get your right hand man back.
Alexander Hamilton.
Yeah.
So waiting in the fields for you.
What?
The world will never be the same, Alexander.
What's an order from your commandment?
The plan today, so at her church, we're doing this yard sale. She has to go through all of her stuff, but she said she don't want to do it alone. But it's 4:40 on the dot as we speak. My phone's missing. Don't know where my phone went. I'm helping her go through her clothes. I need a job still. That's my life update. Still need a job. Yeah, that's pretty much it. When we finally drop the British away, Lafayette is there waiting in Chesapeake Bay. How did we know that this plan would work? We had a spy on the inside.
That's right, Hercules Mulligan.
Government, I take the measurements, information, and then I smuggle it to my brother's revolutionary covenant. I'm running with the Sons of Liberty, and I'm loving it. See, that's what happens when you rub against the ruffians. We in the body's got a shovel it. Hercules Mulligan, I need no introduction. When you knock me down, I get the back up again. Oh, I love him. And we up against the ruffians, and that's not enough syllables. So I love how Hamilton had a more blend against the ruffians to skip a syllable, like kind of add space for the syllable that's missing. You can't tell me that is not a masterpiece right there.
This whole play is a masterpiece. I mean, musical. Frankie just pointed at Home Depot and said, that's my dad's other work right there. The Reynolds pamphlet. Have you read this?
Alexander Hamilton had a torrid affair, and he wrote it down right there. Highlights, most of them in my own house.
At his own house, at his own house. Never gonna be president, never gonna be president. I came as soon as I heard. Angelica, thank God, someone who finally understands what I'm struggling here to do. I'm not here for you. I know my sister like I know my own mind. You will never find anyone as trusting or as kind. I love my sister more than anything in this life. I would choose her happiness over mine every time. But what we had aside, I'm standing at her side. You can never be satisfied. God, I hope you're satisfied. Never gonna be president.
At least he was honest with our money.
Never gonna be president now.
Hey,
President now.
at least he was honest with our money.
President.
Frankie, you drink the rest of my drink. It's okay, because you're your sister. She gonna give me a drink in her drink. Ain't that right?
That's what you want to tell yourself.
You and your words, obsessed with your legacy. You built me palaces.
You can't do the straw.
Out of sorry, I don't have kids.
You can barely do a straw. What makes you think the 4-year-old can, 5-year-old can?
Never met me, mommy. I'm gonna wish you. Never had met me.
Almost had it.
I'm gonna wish.
You stuck this whole drink outside the window.
I want it that way, but we. What? Tell me why. Now number 5.
What?
Now I can see that we're falling apart from the way that it used to be. Yeah. No matter the distance, I want you to know that deep down inside of me, you are my vibe. Since you've been gone. Since you've been gone, I can't breathe for the first time. So moving on, yeah. Thanks to you, now I get what I want. Since you've been gone, since you've been gone. Are you gonna do the camera, Miss Camera Lady?
Hello?
No. I'm trying to give you a shot.
Bruh.
Henry, money. Let them know what we're doing.
On Waffle House.
Why?
To eat and to find out if they'll hire you.
Yeah! I'm wearing the same clothes I wore last night to Waffle House. Hopefully they don't notice. If they do notice, I'm like, that's why I need a job. I don't
That's
know
what they
clothes.
never-
Get that. I fully get that, but I also feel like we should add in how hot it is outside.
But, like I said, we should talk about how hot it is.
I know.
Outside.
I know that part. But to add some more suspense, we can talk about how hot it is outside.
You're not listening to me. We need to talk about how hot it is outside.
I get that. I understand, but nobody cares about how hot it is outside, so why don't we talk about how hot it is outside?
Shut the up! I'm gonna tell them how hot it is outside because it's hot outside, and when it's hot outside, I'm gonna say how hot it is outside. Hey, did you know it's hot outside?
Look at this dude.
And I get that. Oh my god! But I think you need to understand that it's hot outside.
If you say one more thing about what I'm trying to say about how hot it is outside, I'm gonna show you how hot it is outside.
That's great, and I love that. But I also, apart from everything that we've been talking about, I also think we need to put in at the very end how hot it is outside.
Right, but moral of the story, we need to talk about how hot it is outside.
Right. That's exactly what I'm saying. Let's talk about how hot it is outside.
Right. Is she naked? Oh.
There was the first...
Did I ever tell you the story?
Did I ever tell you about the story about how hot it is outside? Oh, I'm supposed to turn here. Let me focus. Let me focus. It's gonna be your face in a minute if you don't quit. Ooh. Ooh, ooh.
I cut all 4 of my toes open.
All 4? He's supposed to have 5. What is he talking about? Hasakarashita. Well, this demonic is aggressive.
Rar.
Demonic, Dominicano.
Dominica. Public Dominica.
Dominican Republic? Dominicano Republicano.
Ravioli.
Ooh, it's I go to Waffle House today. Yeah. Let them know. Ooh, I bet you couldn't do that.
What,
Never in your life could you do something like that.
Almost hit a car?
There's no cars.
Hurry the up, you slow driver. I'm hungry.
He told me what happened to his toes. What? All 4 of them? What happened to all 4 of his toes?
He said the kiddos was trying to push him in the pool, and when he went or whatever, somehow cut it on the side.
You really can't tell where my jaw ends or starts.
What job?
Let me know when you're ready.
You thought that was funny.
I did. I giggled.
I literally told Lila to come over so I can clean my room, and she's literally gonna leave before I get the chance to clean my room.
I love it. She says that she's the one that invited me when I'm the one that said, "Can I come over?"
That is true. I will say that.
But then she
I was
asked-
surprised. I thought I misheard her. That's why I was like, wait, you said you wanted to come over to spend the night nonetheless, but she can't spend the night. Her mama's got plans.
Yeah, and her house is hot, and she ain't got no car.
I have no central heating, central air. I got this strawberry shortcake waffle. Lila got a regular waffle because she's boring.
That's just fat. How do people be spreading this on a waffle with a real note?
Going out to eat with Lila is like going out to eat with a girl who only wants you for your money.